considering moving to Holly Springs, North Carolina, but you don't really know much about Holly Springs? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about pros and cons of living in Holly Springs, North Carolina, so stay with me. Welcome back. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Holly Springs, North Carolina, then please click the bell button for notifications and subscribe, of course, so you can be the first one to learn about new jobs, how life in Holly Springs is, what about schools, what about safety, and all that really cool stuff. By the way, my name is Joanna Nin. Me and my team have been selling homes here for a long time. We've helped a lot of people relocate, and we absolutely love hearing from you guys. We get a lot of text messages, a lot of calls, a lot of emails every single day from people just like you and you and you and you, and we absolutely love it. Thank you so much. So whether you're considering coming here in 9 days or in 90 days, I'd love to be the person to help you with the relocation and also make the process as smooth and happy and positive as possible. All right, let's dive right into the information. I, by the way, ordered some amazing sushi, so I can't wait to eat it. But I want to tell you about some of the pros. Now, I don't have a defined number. This is kind of impromptu. I've just decided to do this video because I have a meeting here and a lot of people are asking me about Holly Springs. And by the way, we do have other videos on it. That's why I'm like, okay, well, you know what? The person that I'm meeting with is kind of debating whether or not to move to Holly Springs. So I do have some pros and cons for you that I would like you to reflect on and decide for yourself. So the first thing that my client is debating on is, the homes and the pricing. So my client is a first-time home buyer, and the price point here in Holly Springs has increased a lot. So when you are looking at over $600,000 for a medium price point, you're like, oh my God, can I actually afford that? Do I want new construction? Can I buy an older home? Do I want to be a little bit more further out? Do I want to go to Roseville maybe, or Wake Forest, or Nidell, or Garner, or any other suburbs of Raleigh, because I don't know if I can actually afford a house in Holly Springs. So affordability is one of the biggest concerns, especially now after COVID. And so that is one of the cons. I'm sorry I'm starting with the con, but that is the reality. So I just wanted you to be aware of the fact that things have shifted. And while before I was like, yeah, you can go to Holly Springs and you can find more home and cheaper, that is definitely not the case anymore. So that is one of the cons. The other con would be the fact that a lot of people are complaining that there's not a lot of nightlife and that there's really not a lot to do. Now, keep in mind that a lot of the families that are coming here, and by the way, there's a lot of people coming here from New York, from California, from New Jersey. They don't want the craziness. They just want peace and quiet. So nightlife and a lot of stuff happening here is at night, especially, or a lot of clubs, is definitely not the place to be. So again, for my client that is a first-time home buyer, it's a young family, they're like, we want stuff to happen and we like some of the homes, but is there enough happening in Holly Springs? Well, maybe not for them. It might be that they want to move to Durham, or they want to move to Raleigh or Chapel Hill or other areas. But then you always need to compare what you get for that $500,000, right? So can you actually get the same type of house in Durham as you can get here in Holly Springs with the piece of land? Because you can get maybe a little bit more than you can get in some of the Raleigh areas or Durham areas when it comes to just acreage, for example. So again, that's also relative, but you might be able to get a little bit more in some areas in Holly Springs. So that's the second thing that I'm hearing. Again, it is first is like just nightlife. There's not a lot happening. Also, the fact that Holly Springs is not as affordable as a lot of people might think it is. The other thing that I would want you to consider is the fact that Holly Springs, and that is again something that I am hearing, right? So it's not a personal opinion. don't don't take it the wrong way, I can say. However, thinking about the fact that a lot of people are saying, well, it's not diverse enough, we can't find, like, there's a great sushi place, there's a great coffee place, but we would want to get more diversity when it comes to restaurants, when it comes to even just the population itself. Please look it up online. Again, I am, I am biased to that, right? I love being everywhere. I think that happiness comes from within. But a lot of people say, well, we want to have more options when it comes to where we go shopping. We want more grocery stores. We want more diversity when it comes to restaurants, and this is not enough for us. So that is one of the complaints that I've been hearing. If that is something that you need, then Holly Springs might not be the place for you. Now let's go to some of the pros of living in Holly Springs. Safety, since I have this appointment right now, and I do have that in another video that I've recorded for you on Holly Springs. I believe it was the one called Top Things That You Need to Know Before Moving to Holly Springs. Safety is huge, and I'm going to give this to my client in my folders. Holly Springs has been ranked as #1 safest place to live in North Carolina. So over and over again, 2020, 2021. So it's a very safe place to be. That's one of the big pros. Number 2 is the fact that it has amazing schools. It is part of Wake County. It's very close to downtown Raleigh, and the public schools are amazing. 98% of the children who attend school from kindergarten to high school go to a public school here compared to the overall state. Now you have private schools as well. You have Montessori charter schools as well, which are public schools. So you have plenty of options. So Holly Springs is well known for the amazing public schools that it has to offer. So that is the number 2 on the pros. And then job availability would be number 3. I don't know if you know, but Amgen and Fujifilm manufacturing facility, biotechnology companies are both coming here. There's a lot of other jobs. And by the way, the average household for the people that are coming here with all these jobs is over $130,000 for people living here in Holly Springs. And with these new companies that are coming, the salary is gonna increase. And also the poverty rate is around 5.89%. So it's very low. So when you look at economy, when you look at poverty, when you look at job availability, Holly Springs is definitely ranking up there. So I have given you 3 pros and 3 cons. Now definitely do more research, and I'd be more than happy to help you with digging a little bit and showing you some homes, showing you around so you can get a better understanding. Thank you again for watching. Stay with me and ask me questions. Stay with us, throughout our journey on YouTube. We do post 3 videos every single week for people just like you that are considering relocating to Raleigh, North Carolina, or to the suburbs. So thank you again for watching. Till the next video.